Don't hate me, but relaxing might be the thing your mind trusts least. You finally sit down at the end of the day. The laptop is closed. The phone is face down. Nothing urgent is happening. But instead of feeling calm, your mind starts looking for something to fix. You check your phone. You replay a conversation. You remember a message you never answered. Then you think, I'll relax after I handle one more thing. But somehow, one more thing becomes 10 more thoughts. Maybe it happens after work, after a meeting, or during a quiet weekend morning. The outside gets quiet, but the inside stays on. This video is about why your mind never turns off, why rest can feel uncomfortable, and how to stop turning every thought into another responsibility. Here is where the trap starts. Rest does not feel like rest. Rest feels like falling behind. Michael finally gets a quiet moment, but the moment does not feel free. It feels suspicious. The mind starts whispering, you can relax after everything is handled. That sounds responsible. Finish the work, then rest. Reply to everyone, then rest. Make sure nothing is slipping, then rest. But everything is never fully handled. There is always one more message, one more plan, one more small thing to fix, one more detail you could check. So rest keeps getting pushed into the future like a reward you have not earned yet. That is why Michael can be sitting down but still feel behind. Jennifer is on the couch, but mentally she is still catching up. Michael has closed the laptop, but in his head he is still reviewing what he should have done better. And this is why scrolling does not always feel restful. It looks like a break, but underneath it, the mind is still running. It is still avoiding silence. It is still trying to feel caught up. The shift starts here. I do not need to earn every moment of rest. That does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you become lazy. It means you stop treating rest like something you are only allowed to have after your entire life is under control. Because if rest only comes after everything is handled, rest almost never comes. So the first problem is not always that Michael has too much to do. Sometimes the problem is that somewhere along the way, the mind started acting like quiet is only allowed when everything is done. But then the second things get quiet, the mind gets louder. This is the part Michael knows too well. The day slows down, and suddenly the mind starts opening mental tabs. Did I say that wrong? Should I have handled that better? What if I missed something? Why am I not further ahead? What if relaxing makes me careless? There may not be an actual problem in front of you, but the mind starts searching for one anyway. And when the mind is searching for a problem, it usually finds something. That is why quiet can feel uncomfortable. Quiet gives your mind room to bring up everything you were too busy to notice earlier. So instead of receiving quiet as a pause, the mind treats quiet like a meeting. Jennifer lies in bed and remembers a conversation from 3 days ago. Michael is brushing his teeth and suddenly freezes because one sentence from a meeting comes back. Nothing is happening right now, but the mind acts like something needs to be solved immediately. Here is the distinction that matters. A thought is not automatically a task. Not every thought needs an answer. Not every worry needs a plan. Not every memory needs a full investigation. Not every what if deserves your evening. Sometimes a thought is just a thought passing through. Sometimes it is a reminder to write something down for tomorrow. Sometimes it is a false alarm created by exhaustion. So when a thought shows up, Michael does not have to jump. Jennifer can ask, is this a task, or is this just a thought? If it is a real task, capture it. Put it on the calendar. Write it down. Decide when you will handle it. But if it is not a real task, do not turn it into one. That is the difference between being responsible and being mentally trapped. This is where the episode turns. Michael does not stay mentally on for no reason. The mind believes it is helping. It thinks pressure is protection. But here is the truth Michael needs to see. Pressure is not preparation. This is the deeper reason your mind may never turn off. Somewhere along the way, pressure started feeling like control. The mind says, if I keep thinking, I will stay prepared. If I keep reviewing, I will avoid mistakes. If I keep checking, I will not disappoint anyone. If I stay mentally on, nothing will catch me off guard. And for a while, that can feel true. Pressure makes you feel alert. It makes you feel responsible. It makes you feel like you are staying ahead. But pressure is not the same as preparation. Pressure keeps the loop running. Preparation gives the loop a place to land. Thinking about the same problem 20 times is not always preparation. Replaying the same conversation is not always repair. Checking your phone every few minutes is not always responsibility. Staying tense does not mean you are doing better. It may only mean your mind has not learned how to stop once the next step is clear. So the practice is simple. Choose one real next step, then let the rest stay quiet. If you need to check something tomorrow, right? Check at 9 a.m. If you need to send a message, decide when you will send it. If you need to follow up, put the reminder in your calendar. If you already made the decision, stop reopening the case. If there is nothing to do tonight, let tonight be tonight. Michael is not ignoring life. Michael is giving responsibility a shape. Because when responsibility has no shape, it becomes constant pressure. But when responsibility becomes one clear next step, the mind does not have to keep screaming to prove that you care. So if your mind never turns off, do not only ask, "What is wrong with me?" Ask a better question. What is my mind trying to protect me from? Maybe it is trying to protect you from falling behind. Maybe it is trying to protect you from being judged. Maybe it learned that staying tense was the only way to feel prepared. But your mind does not need to stay loud to keep you safe. You can care about your life without carrying every thought like a task. You can be responsible without being mentally available to every worry. You can prepare without replaying. You can rest before everything is perfect. And when the thought comes back, you can ask one simple question. Is there one real next step? If yes, take it or schedule it. If no, let the thought pass without giving it a job. That is how the mind begins to learn that quiet is not danger. Quiet can be recovery. Quiet can be clarity. Quiet can be the place where pressure stops pretending to be protection. The reason relaxing feels hard is not always because you have too much to do. Sometimes it is because your mind has started to believe that pressure is the proof that you care. But pressure is not the proof. A clear next step is proof. A written reminder is proof. A decision you stop reopening is proof. Rest is not proof that you are careless. Rest may be what helps you return to your life with more steadiness. So tonight, do not ask your mind to solve your whole life. Ask for one next step. Then let the rest stand. Let the decision stand.